Friends, good evening. Hello. Hope you're well. As you are all aware that I'm visiting US as a State Department program. It's called IVLP, International Visitor Leadership Program. And this is probably one of the best experiences. It has youngsters, young leaders from more than 25 countries. And today I have with me a young, accomplished leader from Jamaica and Aubrey Stewart. Aubrey, my friend here, is working with the Office of Prime Minister in Jamaica as an advisor. And we plan to do it a series so that whatever we benefit, we learn from our conversations, our experiences. We intend to learn it with rest of you,
Right.
our friends on our social media. Aubrey?
Right. So for the next few weeks, we'll be publishing a series of videos sitting with our other IVLP members. And I know that some of us may not be able to do this physical sit down, but we'll be doing videos from Facebook Live, Instagram Live. So we want to share the experiences of how youth development is in my country and how youth development is in the other countries that are participating in this program. So I hope you guys will enjoy all of the series that we're about to launch out. It's for the young people and for us to understand how all our countries can benefit from the best practices, Jamaica, India, Paraguay, all the countries. So we look forward to a great series coming soon. All right?
So, what we'll do now, we'll make a brief video where I would request Aubrey to speak about his country, his sort of governance, his democracy, his
Right.
elections, because he's involved with policy making there, and what are the aspirations of the youngsters. And along with the aspirations, I would also like to hear more about the challenges, because aspiration is a positive aspect, and challenges is something which we deal with on a daily basis. So, can you please?
Sure. So, Jamaica, we have the British parliamentary style of governance, similar to the UK, and we have a government and opposition. And for the past few years, we have had smooth transition of government, and we have seen where governments over the years have really allowed young people to be actively involved in policy development and also as it pertains to youth advocacy and development. So we have seen great progression in that area. But yes, there are still challenges which exist in our country as it pertains to the strong and united youth voice. We find that young persons are still divided on many lines. It could be political lines, it could be policy lines, it could be legal lines. But one of the greatest things is that we're able to come together when it comes to launch, projects and activities. And those are some of the things that we want to see happening more, where we have that partnership going for success and having everyone achieving their goals. So Jamaica is getting there. We have used our model of youth leadership and youth development for the Caribbean, and we're expanding and we're hoping to share this model and our activities with other countries.
That's great. So, from building on to our conversation from where you left,
Right.
so ours is also a very active, a very robust democracy.
Right.
And like your country, we have a Westminster model where we have a central parliament, then we have states. Like, unlike US, where states are more powerful, our constitution, our mode of governance is unitary in nature, where there are three lists: a central list, state list, and a concurrent list. A central list, it has subjects on which center can legislate, make laws. A state list, there are subjects on which state can make laws, legislate. And there is a concurrent list on which both state and center can legislate and make laws. So that is a brief about what our democracy looks like, what our parliament looks like. And this is something of which I'm very proud of.
Right.
My country, India, is one of the largest democracies of the world. In fact, you must know this. As soon as our country was created, there were speculations that we might not continue. There are huge diversities, there are region, religion,
Right.
caste, and so on. But our country has gave an example that it can survive and it can successfully survive. The last 7 decades of
Right.
democracy has been an example. It has been a case study. And you'll be happy to know that person who is leading our country now, our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, he comes from a very humble background.
Right.
He is a son of a tea seller. Can you imagine it happening in any other country? A country with a population of more than 1.3 billion. It's something which is huge.
Right.
And we have, with respect to youth activism, we have civil society activism, we have a constant dialogue which is happening with the youngsters. And there is no bar, like anyone can participate in any political process. There are organizations, there are youth wing of different political parties where they can come and, let's say, get themselves engaged in politics. And yeah, like you mentioned about
Right.
challenges, division and cleavages is something which is also there in our country.
Right.
Caste is something which is still a brutally divisive factor, but things are changing. Things
Right.
are changing for positive. You must know that our constitution maker, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, we call him Baba Sahib Ambedkar, he drafted our constitution. He came from the erstwhile untouchable community. So things are changing for positive. In fact, there is a new scheme by the present central government. It's called the Stand Up India scheme, which actually provides avenues and opportunities for youngsters coming from these socially disadvantaged group who can come out and have their own ventures. There is hand holding, there is mentorship, there is institutional backing for
Right.
all these youngsters coming from socially disadvantaged group by the government. So yeah, aspiration, challenges.
That's good.
We are all are in a journey. We are all in a transition.
That's right. So I guess our call really and truly is for continuous unity, because one thing that we've recognized from even this trip that we're on from IVLP is the fact that we're all one big family. We're all from different countries. The time zone may separate us and distance may separate us, but we recognize that we share similar challenges, but we also share similar hopes. And it's just, this is one of our calls.